Hey listeners, welcome back to another episode of Colony Drop, your favorite Gundam podcast. My name is Isaac.
And my name is Brian, and this is a podcast where we talk about anything and everything related to the Mobile Suit Gundam franchise. From the anime, to the music, to the movies, to the models, to the lore, to the clothes, to the food. Isaac, as you know, we do it all.
That's right, Brian. We even come up with very fun, ear-friendly lists of top fives on a fairly regular basis. I don't know if other podcasts do that are even related to Gundam, but I would imagine they do. It's kind of common in like YouTube.
You know, some of our lists are our most popular episodes, so
oh my god,
everybody loves a good list, you know? You just can't resist. You're like, I gotta look at the list to see if it agrees with the one in my head, and you know, if it doesn't, people are just incensed. They're like, no, why was my number one not their number one?
Brian, who are some of the people that like a good list and throughout history? Let's see. There's Saint Nick, right?
Schindler had a list.
Schindler loves lists. Oh.
Santa, he has a list.
Santa, who else got a list there? Well, I guess we only got two guys.
Well, Files is kind of a list.
Kind of a list, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of it missing, unfortunately. Maybe we should cut that part out. I don't know.
I'll edit it around.
Depends what the future surveillance state decides.
It's already been just traveling through the interwebs right now.
Audio detected.
They're on their way to my house. I'm just going to get seized during this broadcast.
Ironically, we got added to a list.
That's right, Isaac. And today we are going to finish our treatise on evil Gundams. We did a list of top evil Gundams in the Universal Century, and now we are doing one for everyone else in the Gundam universe, our top evil Gundams from alternate universes.
This is a wide net, Brian. I mean, the alternate universes outside of the Universal Century are just so different in many of their own ways. I mean, some of them are kind of homages to each other. We'll get to that a bit. But a lot of them are just, wow, left field, right field, all over the place. It's really interesting. There's absolutely, I believe, this goes without saying, a more diverse and different variety to choose from for this list than the Universal Century.
Oh, of course, and that's because the Universal Century, give or take, maintains a fairly consistent aesthetic, I would say.
Right.
As well as you can do for about 40 years, passing hands between that many creators, right? Mm-hmm. But when you step out into the alternate timelines, you're getting a fresh aesthetic every timeline you go to. And as we discussed before this podcast, evil is subjective. So when you try to apply your own version of what evil is to those respective aesthetics, you can get several different answers, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, what is evil, Brian? What is it? Do we know, or is it one of those things where you know it when you see it? Is it just a mean-looking Gundam, or is it something else? Something deep within the soul of the robot that you're looking at?
Well, that's deep. That's deep in the soul of the robot. I think it depends. On looks, it has to be menacing. I think to some extent the pilot's attitude aura has to match the suit's evilness.
Really?
I think so, you know, because if they undo the hatch and then just like the jolliest kid jumps out and you're like, well, it ain't that evil, right?
Sure.
To me, it can't be a one and done threat. I feel like if it shows up, it's really evil looking and then it gets destroyed immediately. I don't know. I feel like it has to deliver.
Yeah, that's interesting. I almost went the different way where I wanted to separate pilot from the suit. Okay. Because there's been some horrible people that were in pretty benign looking suits, not necessarily Gundams. And then there's been some people who arguably are maybe anti-villains and are in villainous looking suits. But if I could jump back a few sentences, Brian, to what you said about the Universal Century being almost restricted by how its aesthetics and designs look for mobile suits and Gundams. Mm-hmm. In a way, listeners, I'm a big Star Wars guy, and this reminds me very much of how the original trilogy and the sequel trilogy absolutely look like they're from the same universe. Yeah. But the prequels are just such a breath of fresh air, and Clone Wars themselves, I'm adding it to that because they had so much blank canvas to do whatever they wanted, just like the alternate universe settings in Gundam.
And do what they wanted, they did. I can. there are some here that are definitely off the wall, and I definitely agree with you that there was a much wider selection. Probably so wide that I'm sure there are some more obscure ones that we did not consider.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be interested to hear what the listeners say about their top evil Gundams from alternate universes, because there's no possible way that you or I combed all of the Gundams across all of the universes thoroughly.
And there's always going to be those comments of like, oh, well, you didn't read this one manga that was never translated, but was released only in Singapore and Malaysia. And it has, Gundam Neo Virus, and he's he's unstoppable and evil. It's like, well, yes, I'm sorry we didn't read that 5 edition manga that came out just in your geographic area.
Right. There's especially, I noticed, a lot of 00 and Seed manga that I have not read. I tried to look through them and, pick through the ones that I liked, but it is hard not having consumed the whole story, obviously, because you can only glean so much from looking at a list or, MAHQ or the wiki or something like that. But I think we gave it a pretty good shot. So I have a few obscure ones on there, but I do think my list is maybe more mainstream than my Universal Century list, Isaac. Are you pretty satisfied with your list here?
I'm very satisfied with my list. I'm also excited, listeners, because not to really tip my hat too much, I think I'm going to knock Brian out of his chair with some of these choices. I think they're coming in from left field. Brian thinks I'm going to zig, but I'm really going to zag. And we're going to find out exactly how Brian takes the news. There's going to be blow after blow, 5 in a row.
Oh, boy. I can't wait.
I hope you're sitting down.
I will say, I tried to find something from every other timeline, excluding the build timelines and build divers, because I just didn't think that was fair.
Interesting. Did you want to go into universes you avoided, or just essentially by process of elimination didn't even go to that well to draw something, or why did you pick the universes you picked?
I just tried to look through all of them just to see if I could find something worthy of this topic in each universe. Okay. The two that I really couldn't find one that floated my boat, so to speak, was G-Quux and G-Reco. And I don't even want to get into whether you consider G-Quux alternate or not. But those two, I just really couldn't find one. And then there were two...
Well, I do.
There were a few others that didn't make the list. I found something as an honorable mention for them, but they didn't make the list proper. And then my other note before we get to the list, I came up with 7 because 2 of them I'm not sure if they count.
Oh my God.
And so if you feel that 2 of them don't count, then you can just sub in the other 2. And I still have a list of 5.
Interesting. Okay. Well, in my list, I didn't pick any honorable mentions. I'm just at 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And kind of tipping my hat of where my list will be. Well, you want me to reveal the universes I avoided, or just wait till the end?
Sure. Whatever you'd like to do. I have several honorable mentions /2 that I'm calling, why are these not on your list?
Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like you're going to lead with your honorable mentions. So I will lead with universes Isaac avoided and why.
All right.
First up is Gundam Wing.
Wow. Okay.
And the reason I avoid this is because these Gundams do not look villainous enough at all to be counted as evil looking Gundams. Okay. I mean, I know people sometimes argue for death size, but I don't think so. Okay. Putting that Gundam Wing aside, sorry all you Gundam fans or Gundam Wing fans. Next up is Gundam Age. This series is kind of renowned for its more, not chibi look, but definitely almost a rounded approach to the animation style. So for that reason, none of these Gundams came off as sinister.
Got it. Okay. That's a great segue here for the 2 that are in my section called Why Are These Not on Your List? And these are preemptive rebuttals to listeners who are going to write in and say, why did you not have these 2 on your list? One of them is Epion.
Ooh.
This is everyone's favorite edgelord Gundam. To me, though, the mobile armor mode doesn't look evil enough.
No.
I don't really like the maroon. That just doesn't do it for me. I feel like you either go dark red or like a bright red. The maroon, too fuchsia-y. I don't like the beam sword. It's too small. I think the heat rod is better, but it's harder to show the heat rod, and I feel like in all the pictures he's holding the little sword. I feel like the scaly dragon legs give it too much of a gimmick. I will say it looks better in motion, but I also think it had an odd introduction being hidden in that closet in Trey's house. And I still don't understand why Trey's made it look like that, because this does not seem like an aesthetic that Trey's would endorse.
No.
Let alone keep in his house.
Yeah. Very bizarre.
And then he gives it to Zex, right? Who, by that point, we already know very well. And I feel like that by the end of the show, Zex is going to come around and not be that evil dude anymore. So I don't know. The Epion just doesn't do it for me, but I get it. Some people love Epion. The other one, as you said, is Death Scythe Hell Custom / Endless Waltz. That's the new name. That one, that's piloted by Duo, who's probably the most lovable hero in the Wing cast. What would we say? He'd be the one you'd most likely want to be friends with?
Right, like one of the few normal people, really.
Yeah. I think this is too much of a gimmick. It looks evil, but not naturally. Like it's too much of a motif.
Yeah.
It's more cool than evil, despite the Grim Reaper theme. It's kind of like Batman. Is Batman sinister looking? Yes. Is he evil looking? Not really.
Yeah. That's a great comparison. God.
So with respect to Age, an honorable mention for me is going to be the Gundam Age 2 Darkhound. I've never seen Age, but this design is right in your face with the skull iconography and the hook weapons, plus the black and kind of red accent color schemes.
Sure.
But that said, it doesn't make my list because the Crossbone X2 did this design better, but I still enjoy it. And the hat, I see what they were going for with like the pirate hat, but it comes off less of a pirate hat to me and more of like a train conductor hat, and so I just can't get the image out of my head that he's like conducting a train, and so it's like evil, and then you hit the hat, and I'm like, oh, it's a train conductor.
I recommend Age. I guess, I mean, it's obviously on our list of things to watch. What's good about it is it's encapsulated. It's kind of just a one-shot series.
Sure.
We'll get to Age and see how that does. How it ages. Oh. Zing. Lowbridge. Another universe I did not draw from was Double O, Brian.
Ooh.
And that was for the same reasons as Wing. These Gundams were intended to be, in general, heroic characters in what's more or less a repeat of Wing story.
I don't disagree. I did find an honorable mention from Age. However, it does not make the list for the reason I will go over here. What I thought about immediately from Double O was the Throne Gundams and related to that with the Arch Gundam. They do have unsettling proportions, which is a really good evil indicator for me. They're kind of like lanky demons that you know aren't human, but you're not sure what they are.
Right.
But besides the proportions, the actual, like once you look at the details, that's where the designs kind of fall apart for me. Like they have really weird feet. They have those feet you hate that are like the high heel feet.
Yeah, stilettos.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have these really weird curved legs. Those don't click for me at all. And so they're evil, but they're like weird. To me, they kind of look like evil kangaroos. And they're very deadly though in the show, and they do instill a lot of fear. They do kill a lot of people, especially with the red Kirby Crackle like beams that they shoot. Those were, pretty intimidating when they first showed up. But then I found the best one of them all. This was an alternate fourth Throne Gundam called the Gundam Throne VR, or VR maybe, VR. This is a redesigned fourth throne that doesn't exist in the normal timeline. This is from what's called Most Gundam 00 Hakai ni Yoru Sasei Rebuild, a February 2019 live drama performance that presents an alternative version of the first season.
Oh my god.
In this, Ribbons assembles a fourth throne from the spare parts of the first three, and he gives it to Ali Alsaces, our buddy, and then Ali Alsaces uses it, and he recruits Team Trinity instead of dismantling them like he does in the show. But unfortunately, Ali Alsaces and the suit are destroyed in the final battle. The design here, I think, is completely fixed. It has better feet. Legs look normal now. Everything's good. It has a evil-looking half V-fin. Has claw-like hands. It's got an aiming eye. All great. However, Isaac, it can't be on the list because it's in this sort of weird, very unimportant live drama performance that's non-canon and no one's ever going to see it.
Brian, if it's non-canon, it doesn't even deserve a mention on the Colony Drop podcast. I will have to say, though, this is very Starscream. And, man, putting a scope, some type of eye rangefinder for your Gundam to use when your Gundam's already a machine has always been just such a bizarre choice to me. I'm glad it's almost never seen.
But you have to admit that looks way better than the normal throne designs, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely screams, oh, this is the Char suit.
There's no kangaroos. So yeah, I tried 00 people. You know how we feel about 00 on this podcast.
Boy, I'd love to hear from some fans. Comment below if you're a 00 fan. I know we did this before for the 00 episode, but if you're the passionate 00 fan that was like, that's your show, that's your Gundam, that's the Gundam that you love the most out of all the series, tell me why. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
We'll see. Tell me why.
Whichever band that is, I'm gonna splice that in.
Dude, I forgot the name of it. You know what the song is, right? Doo-doo.
It's either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, right?
Oh, I was thinking of a different version. I'll send you the different version. That's kind of a techno-y.
Oh, okay. I'll put both.
That is Backstreet Boys, actually. Yeah. Tell me why ain't nothing but
that's right.
Tell Tell me why. Anyways.
Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why.
What was I going to say? Oh, I did not draw from G-Witch because, as I said in the Witch from Mercury review, this was very Gundam designed by Zone of the Enders type designers. Yeah. Nothing was really evil per se, but very skinny and different looking. And I didn't draw anything from Reconquista in G because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, sure.
So that leaves multiple other series, Brian, that I pulled these 5 Gundams from.
Okay, so for G-Witch, I pulled an honorable mention for that. And I think the only one you could probably argue as being a top evil Gundam in there is the Fair Act.
Of course.
Yeah, from Pale Technologies, piloted by our buddy Elon Saris. Mm-hmm. The only thing here, I think the Fair Act falls a little short in the sense that it looks like a skeleton pirate warrior to me.
Yes.
But I don't know. The skeleton's never the final bad guy, Isaac, and it also falls by the wayside after Miorine and Suletta, defeated. Like, it was really powerful in that one episode, and then kind of that was it.
You know what? If Neo Egypt had a grunt mobile suit that was a standing army, it would be these.
Yeah.
They go to battle and they shed their mummy wrap anti-beam wraps.
Yeah.
And then underneath is the skeleton, and that's it.
I think it's cool, but I think relative to the other competition here, it's not enough to make the list.
Well, I'm glad you kept it off your list, Brian. So what's the second honorable mention?
Okay, so I have one more honorable mention left, which I doubt you chose, so I'm going to mention that one.
Oh,
and that one is from Iron-Blooded Orphans Gecko. That is the manga for Iron-Blooded Orphans. We have not read that. We will at some point. It's piloted by someone named Dira Nadira, and the Nadira family, I believe they assist the 7 Stars families. So they're not a 7-star family, but they are relevant, I will say.
Oh, okay.
And this is called the Gundam Gremory. It's kind of like a more menacing Death Scythe. It's quite menacing. It has a hooked scythe and a hood.
Wow.
The head itself, if you take the hood off, might actually be even more menacing because it looks literally like a demon.
Oh my god.
The lower body is perhaps a little too simple to make the list, or somehow overall I think it's missing big bad energy, but I like the design and I think it's worth an honorable mention on here.
It's a great design. And it does have a lot of power to it visually. I almost feel like, though, that when the hood is pulled back and you see the horned head, it might be like Gundam Ares or something like that.
Sure.
Gundam Bolt Ram or something.
yeah.
The Taurus Gundam, something like that. But man, great design. We don't have enough hooded mobile suits. Then again, that might be a design flaw where at a certain point, some engineers say, "What are you doing? You're covering sensors."
Sure. You've ruined my design.
Yeah. It's like you're adding on armor, but you're covering sensors, the optical sensors, which might be the most important sensors, really.
Yeah, do you think there's a mobile suit aesthetics department where they come after the engineers have finished and they, decorate them, and then the engineers just sit back and are like, "Oh my god, the decorators got to it again."
You think every Gundam and mobile suit's really the result of a battle between the design team and then the engineering team, where the design team's like, "Oh, we got to make it look evil because we're the bad guys," and then the engineering team's like, "No, what are you doing? You can't make the horns that big. How's it going to swing its arm?"
That's right. I think it has to.
And then whatever's done reaches production. Oh boy.
Okay.
All right.
So I have one more honorable mention, I think. It was originally going to be on my list, but now I'm realizing I didn't put it on my list. And now I'm not sure if it should be an honorable mention or go on the list. I think this is probably on your list, so I'm going to wait. I'm not going to reveal it yet. So
you hear that, listeners? He's got a card up his sleeve. He's only gonna pull it out when he needs to get the royal flush.
Yeah, well, I want the first time it's mentioned to be on someone's list rather than honorable mentions. So.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see. You got 5 chances, buddy.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, because I have too many suits, I guess I'll go first.
Too many suits.
I'm going to call this
suits.
Top 5 asterisk evil Gundams of alternate timeline.
Oops, all evil Gundams.
Okay, the first one on my list, and it's going to be a simple one because we already talked about this in the last one, and this is one of the ones I'm not sure if it counts now. And that is the Turn X. Remember, you had mentioned this in the UC, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't even think of Turn A Gundam for this, and I will keep that for the alternate one." And so I'm gonna say here again, if you consider that an alternate universe, I would certainly put it on the list.
Interesting.
It's developed by humans who left the solar system, drifted back into the Earth sphere. I think this thing has terrifying abilities. It can split its body into like 10 components, and most of them can fire beam cannons. It has a wire claw, it's got a shining finger, and it eventually can use the other thing that's a big spoiler. But I think the design, like we said before, this was designed by Sid Mead. It's an excellent representation of something other than what we know as human, or something beyond human, which I think fits with its backstory. It's evil looking without being stereotypically evil looking, and it looks kind of like mightier and beyond you. It reminded me, I was trying to think of like how to describe how I feel about the Turn X, and what I came up with is there's an episode of X-Men the Animated Series where Apocalypse is in this episode, and a human calls Apocalypse a mutant. And Apocalypse replies, "I am as far beyond mutants as they are beyond you." And that's what the Turn X is to mobile suits developed in the Earth sphere. It's so far beyond, what people have come up with here, that it just creates this feeling of inferiority that cannot be overcome. And it is like the bad guy, and it's coming for you. So I think the Turn X is a great design. And I'm putting that first on my list because, again, it was already mentioned in the previous episode. So.
Wow. Well, Brian, you're going to get an interesting rebuttal from me in that, yes, I agree that the Turn X plays the role of the villain in the story, and it's absolutely very powerful in Turn A and really any other universe, including really every other universe, because I believe it's part of all the other universes.
Sure.
But I would argue that it does not qualify as an evil-looking Gundam, because it would mainly qualify as an alien-looking Gundam, because its design is so foreign-looking.
Well, so I'm not sure if it qualifies, not because it's alien, but I don't know if it's technically a Gundam anymore, even though you had it on your list last time. Interestingly, like if it's listed as Turn X Gundam on some sites, like if you go try to buy the model kit, for example, a lot of them listed as Turn X Gundam. But if you look at the box, it's not called a Gundam, and its name is the Concept X612 Turn X. It's like a Turn type mobile suit. So is the Turn A, but that's called a Gundam. So I don't know. Then you get into the whole what is a Gundam and what is not a Gundam. But this one I don't think is technically a Gundam, but it is the analog to the Turn A Gundam. So it feels like sort of fair to call it a Gundam. But anyway, so that's why I'm not sure if this one counts. So don't worry, listeners. If it doesn't count to you, I will have another one to replace it on the list.
But listeners, comment below. Is it a Gundam? If it doesn't have a Gundam face, can it be a Gundam? What do you think, listeners? What do you think? Ooh.
All right, Isaac. Start us your list.
Okay. Now, I don't feel like this one is, despite what the listeners might think, my main one as like the most evil looking or anything like that, but it's definitely evil looking. Sure. And I'm going to put a little asterisk next to it as this is a evil looking Gundam from a regular military, a designed, standardized evil looking Gundam. Okay. And it might not have horns or an angry face, but this is the Destroy Gundam from Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny, and even Gundam Seed Freedom for a little bit. It's a big boy. It's a big, mad, mean Gundam. It's got that cool mode where it goes into like siege mode or whatever, mass destruction mode. And the huge backpack covers it and it shoots and all that. But it's a pretty mean looking Gundam. It's bad, and I think it's great. It's definitely an evil looking Gundam from an evil looking military for evil purposes.
Agreed. This one is on my list as well, but this is yet another one that I'm not sure if it can be considered a Gundam.
Oh my god. The face!
But I will say, few other mobile suits on our list today probably are responsible for more raw, outright ballistic / beam destruction and death than the Destroy Gundam. Is that fair?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it destroyed like parts of Europe or something. Right? A single one destroyed parts of Europe.
Right. If Europe had an arch enemy in the Seed universe, it would be the Destroy Gundam itself.
Boy, Blue Cosmos and like the Atlantic Federation, they just, what do we do with our Destroy Gundams? Let's just send it to Europe.
And whenever you see it in Seed, you know it's going to be a bad day.
Right.
And I would say that almost every battle it's in is one of the Seed timeline's best / most memorable battles, regardless of which show you're watching, whether it's Seed Destiny or Freedom, whatever. That's how I think you know it's good. Like those episodes are ones that everyone always usually enjoys, and they're usually a key part of the plot.
Yeah, there's no bad battle with a Destroy Gundam.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super fun to watch, and the design, this was my tagline for the Destroy Gundam. It wears its heart on its sleeve, or
its shoulders.
in this case, it wears its heart on its head. With that big thing that comes down.
That's great.
It's made to be mean and kill everything. It's evil in excess in everything, size, color, weapons, pilots even.
Yeah.
Even the pilots who pilot this thing don't end up well afterwards.
Brian, they die bravely for the Atlantic Federation and Blue Cosmos. They die for the preservation of our blue and pure world, Brian. That's all you need to know.
I've heard that before. But I don't know. Is this really Gundam, Isaac? Like, are we ignoring... Like, how is this not a mobile armor? Like, where's the line? Like, we're really skirting the line here.
Hang on. There's two things we must establish here, Brian. Gundams, in many universes, can go into mobile armor mode.
Sure.
Okay. Which is what this Gundam does.
All right.
And number two, this thing qualifies as a Gundam far more than Gundam X and many of the Gundams in Iron-Blooded Orphans because it absolutely has the face of a Gundam.
All right, so the face is key for you. Okay.
Yes, and it's addressed as a Gundam, a destroy Gundam.
Sure.
So we won the name. Yeah, I'm 3 out of 3.
Right, but you know what I'm saying, right? If you go outside and you say, well, that crow's a blue jay because I want it to be a blue jay, you know.
That's not what's happening here. It's clearly a destroy Gundam, right? You know, you sound like a coordinator sympathizer, right? That's exactly what you sound like, right?
Isaac is dispatching a destroy Gundam to my house as we speak.
Yeah. It's about to get really bright outside your window.
Okay, I love it. That was on my list as well. So,
okay.
I guess I have more. I can either do another one or you can go again.
Well, I just threw this pitch. Why don't you do the next one, Brian? I know you love my baseball terminology with the, the touchdown and the punt off and the spike. It's time to spike the ball to the umpire.
Sports fan Isaac is back today, listeners.
I'm gonna make it a grand slam.
Okay, I will pick another one on my list, and this one also I'm not sure if we could if this one can count. And that is from the show we just watched, Mobile Fighter G Gundam, and this would be the Dark Gundam or the Devil Gundam, depending on what terminology you'd like to use. The base Devil/Dark Gundam is not that impressive, I'll say, but it's almost a supernatural horror entity at the end of the day, rather than a normal mobile suit. It's various mutations that it undergoes, culminating in the final Devil Colony assimilation of Neo Japan. It just always becomes this grotesque monster. It's unlike most of what we see in Gundam, especially for the time of 1994. Just being this horror entity, it drags things into Gundam that you normally wouldn't see, like Gundam's having, animal wings, like dragon wings, fangs, skeletal structures. It drags all those things into your admittedly super robot show, but Gundam is normally a real robot show, and so it just creates this weird contrast to what you're used to seeing in Gundam, and I think that's very interesting. It also seems to have no remorse about using people as batteries, nor any empathy as to what happens to the people that are powering it sometimes. And it causes so much destruction. Isaac, can this be considered a normal Gundam? Like I said, we had this discussion already, but it's a super weapon by itself. I guess it's the same as sort of true of the Turn X, but
wow, I'm gonna say yes, it's a Gundam.
Okay.
It's been canonized as a Gundam, Dark Gundam, Devil Gundam, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it was almost too easy of a choice for me. Sure. I wanted to dig a little deeper into the universes to find evil-looking Gundams. I'd actually argue that so this Gundam, assuming everybody listening has seen G Gundam, it's actually got so many different versions and modes.
Right.
Like, this thing keeps coming back. So sometimes it's in like its normal kind of original mode, right? Where it's like mostly red, white, and gold.
Yeah.
And it looks kind of benign. It's a big chunky guy, but it looks okay.
It looks odd. I wouldn't say it looks evil.
Yeah. And then like it opens up its mouth and it's got like sharp teeth and you're like, oh, this thing's been evil the whole time.
Right.
And then, it goes into other modes where it's like in a cocoon and then it, it's got teeth and all these tentacles and stuff and it's evil. And then it takes over Neo Japan and it's huge and it's got a big mouth and a huge body. It's, evil devil Sephiroth wings.
Sure.
And it's evil. So it knocks itself out of the park as far as being evil.
Yeah.
But it's just, what mode was evil? Well, it's kind of evil the whole time. It's a great choice for an evil Gundam, I think. Maybe the most clear choice for an evil Gundam. So clear it can't even be in our rankings.
Oh. Isaac has justified it out of his list.
Exactly. It's like, well,
Well, it sounds like if you had an honorable mentions list, this would be on it.
Yes, it would. Yeah, they would be the only one because nothing else would come close. And the asterisk next to it would say, too obvious.
too honorably evil.
Too easy. Yeah.
I mean, technically it's in the name. It's called the Devil Gundam.
Of course, American audiences couldn't handle that, so they called it the Dark Gundam.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Ironically, it's very brightly colored, but...
All right, Isaac, what's next on your list?
Next on my list is, coincidentally, Brian, a choice from G Gundam. Ooh. All right. This Gundam, I believe, looks a lot like a Gundam that came after it. And even though the Gundam doesn't have a mean, frowny face or sharp teeth or anything like that, it absolutely comes off as sinister and powerful. It's the only Gundam, to my knowledge, that has a folding cape that goes over its shoulders and looks sinister. And of course, Brian, you picked it up right now. This is the Master Gundam from G Gundam, as a sinister, villainous, evil-looking Gundam that was piloted by arguably the best villain and the longest-running villain in the series. I don't count the Dark Gundam as sort of a central villain so much as a central threat. But yeah, I think the Master Gundam's great. It's got a head design that's very different with those huge fanning out wings from the ears. The design of the cape itself is really cool and unique. No other Gundam has ever done anything like that, and maybe that's done to honor the Master Gundam. But I think this absolutely screams evil, even with its colors, the way it stands, and it's just an all-around great choice and great design for a villainous evil Gundam.
I completely agree. This is on my list as well, the Master Gundam. So this is my next pick. I agree with everything you said, and I am so proud, listeners, that Isaac has put a G Gundam mobile fighter on his list of most evil Gundams. I am gobsmacked. I'm so proud of you, Isaac.
Did I hit a home run, coach?
You get to play an extra inning. I think the Master Gundam solidified its evilness as soon as it entered the show in Shinjuku. That was terrifying. You immediately knew that it was stronger than the Shining Gundam at that point. The way it moved, it was like a silent killer that was like better than everyone else on the field, and it was just letting them be there, like a man among children, Isaac. Its proportions are slightly lankier than a lot of the stockier G Gundam suits, which makes it look a little eviler. Like you said, the head crest makes it look like a demon clown, demon jester, just a straight up devil. The pointy fingers, they kind of just give you the ick. The whole thing really represents Master Asia's corruption, and no better demonstrated than it being the perfect foil to Domon's shining finger with its darkness finger. You know, it is literally the antithesis of good in the show. So, love the Master Gundam. I also think the Master Gundam's presence definitely made me kick Epion off my list, because I feel like the Master Gundam did what Epion was trying to do, but better the year before.
Absolutely. And G Gundam precedes Wing, right?
Exactly. So, you know, Epion comes out in 95/96, depending on when that exact episode aired. But G Gundam was the year before, and I feel like Master Gundam did it better than Epion, and I feel like it even did it better than someone in the next show. But I don't want to reveal that in case it's on your list yet. So
I have to agree with you, Brian. Master Gundam looks like it was the obvious inspiration for Epion, but Epion, like you just said, Brian, did not quite match the greatness of Master Gundam, even though they essentially stole everything from the design and the colors and even the head shape. But yeah, very not successful Epion.
Agreed. Okay. Should I list another one, or what would you like me to do?
You should, but before you do, I got to say, I was thinking earlier today about G Gundam, and I came to the conclusion that, man, I'd really love to see more of the G Gundam universe.
Wow.
Not necessarily rewatch G Gundam. Hang on, let me clarify.
Sure.
But much like kind of the Hunger Games, if I could use a modern comparison, I would like to see different Hunger Games. You know, they had like 75 of them.
Right.
It'd be great to see different ones. Why can't we see different fights in the Gundam tournament? It'd be great.
I think the format of G Gundam is great for a show. You can make a new G Gundam every 10 to 15 years, and it would feel very fresh because you could make it reflect the world at the time.
Sure.
You know, time has gone by. It's time to maybe do some more commentary on that type of world based on what our world is now versus what it was back when they made G Gundam. I think it would be very effective because everybody loves the Olympics, you know, put it in an Olympic year or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. Wow. The Winter Gundam tournament fight.
And to your point, now that you've established the G Gundam universe, I don't think you need a 50 episode show every time. Do 13 episodes.
Sure, do like we're at the brackets already or something like that, you know?
Yeah, I think you can get away with a shorter thing. Maybe even a movie or OVA or two.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we're at the final match or something, you know?
Yeah, because every 10 to 20 years, their national identity evolves a little bit where they're like, I wish my country would have a Gundam that looks like X. And so you could kind of get those every time a new generation comes around. So
I imagine there's uproar when a Gundam loses and it was like a new design or something. Like, what do you mean our jester lost? That was a stupid idea. We're voting out the current president.
Listeners, just a round of applause for Isaac proposing a G Gundam sequel. I love it. Just warms my heart.
All right, Brian, what's next on your list?
I'm going to say this one's not on your list, so I'm going to go with it. And this one is going to be from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Astray. And it's also in the sequel called Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Astray R. And this is called the Re-Amatu Gundam Astray Gold Frame Amatsu. This is piloted by the antagonist twins Rondo Gina Sahaku and Rondo Mina Sahaku. I've never read Astray. I don't believe Isaac has either.
No.
But I think it is a great and evil-looking design. This is a remodeled gold frame Astray after being damaged in battle by the red frame. It comes back with this black and gold color scheme with a mono eye. They take like a mono eye helmet and put it over the Gundam eye. You've got aggressive black and gold colors, just like the Banshee.
Yeah.
Plus a mono eye. What's not to love? Like, that screams evil to me. It's got a shot lancer, Isaac. And, I was thinking today, damn, both you and I, we love shot lancers. Listeners, you know that we love shot lancers on this podcast. It's got an energy absorption blade, and it has a rail bazooka. It's a main antagonist suit. Looks great. Very non-heroic colors.
Yeah.
Plus, it's got a mono eye. How can I not choose this? It's got to be on my list.
Wow, Brian, this has a lot going on. The ears kind of make it kind of leopardy. Like if someone told me this was like a Megazord or something from Power Rangers, but it was like, I don't know, the Panther King or something like that, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I believe it. But man, I wonder what the logic is adding the mono eye though. Interesting.
I don't know.
That raises a lot of lore questions of, well, are these mono eyes doing different things than the regular standalone sensors that don't swivel around? Or is this what's going on here? 3's better than 2.
I've always heard good things about the Astray and all Astray related series.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things of like, do you want to dive into that I guess, for that universe again? Sure.
Yeah. The arm spikes are very dual Gundam.
I think they did take that off of a Blitz Gundam, if I recall.
Okay. That explains it. What's the thing with the hooks, though? What's the story going on here?
I think the hooks are I think that's part of the absorption thing, if I got that right. I could be totally misremembering all of this, by the way, because I did, look at like 150 Gundams for this episode. So I could be crossing my facts, but I'm pretty sure those like sweep over and like hook onto the person. It's quite aggressive.
We'll keep them at hook arm length.
Yeah. You're not getting away. I have hooked you.
Oh, boy. I like it, though. Very interesting. Interesting left field choice from you, Brian.
Yeah.
Going to keep up these baseball lingo references.
Hey, could you point out which part of the field is left field?
Oh, it's on the right. Ooh.
From whose perspective?
From the perspective of the pitcher.
Yes, that is correct. However,
there you go.
It's always from the perspective of the batter. That's why it's called left field.
Precisely. Yeah. Well,
Precisely,
Brian, I was only a pitcher. All right. I was only a pitcher. They called me Invincible Isaac.
Oh, did they?
I just aim for their face, and then the game's over.
I was gonna say he beaned every batter he threw against.
I'm only throwing when my eye looks, and I always look him in the eye. All right. Next on my list, Brian, is a bit of a left field choice, I gotta say here.
All right.
Now, this Gundam has, it really only showed up once, but it was such a great final boss, really, for this season. And it's, in a way, each time I look at it, it's kind of like, oh, this is, if Megatron had a Gundam, this would be it. And I'm talking about Gundam Vidar from Iron Blooded Orphans. Now, Vidar, if you look at it in the face, number one, it's got red eyes. My God, not a lot of Gundams have red eyes. Number two, they went with, like, as usual, kind of a throwback to the Titans, a very dark blue color scheme. And it just all comes together very well. Gundam Vidar is very sinister.
I completely agree. This is on my list. Isaac and I might be working off the same list here.
Wow.
Vidar is a great Gundam. I think the new Master Grade is a must buy. Hopefully we can bring that one to the next Anime Expo.
Ooh.
Piloted by Galio after his normal Gundam Kamaris was damaged and was modified into this in order to just kind of disguise it for a little while. That color scheme is great, Isaac. It's immediately eye-catching. I had the same note that you did. It's like an Iron-Blooded Orphans version of the Titans color scheme.
Wow, yeah.
And we both really love the Titans color schemes. They may be incredibly fascist, but their decorated department is on point. Nothing about this design is friendly. All that blade weaponry is very aggressive. It's got an exploding burst saber that after he slices you, it blows up, and then he can swap out the blade. It's a very mean-looking Gundam. It's a very great design. It's probably my favorite design out of the Iron-Blooded Orphans universe.
Brian, we're down to 2, and we've already had so much overlap. I'm really curious what's next on your list.
Well, I have one left on my list.
Oh my God.
Plus my honorable mention.
Let's do it.
Okay, this one I know is on your list because you haven't mentioned it yet.
Oh my God.
And that is the final boss of Seed Season 1, the Providence Gundam.
Oh my God.
That's on your list, right? It's got to be on your list.
Brian, this Gundam is not on my list.
No way.
You hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. The Providence Gundam, color-wise, it screams good guy. Number 2, even though it's piloted by Raoul Le Creuset, it visually, face-wise even, yes, it's darker and a little bit maybe frowning, but it still looks heroic enough, I think, that
really?
if you watched a fresh series and this Gundam was in it and it was piloted by, some happy-go-lucky guy, some good guy, you would go along with it. This would be Gundam, Spike Turtle or something. Gundam Snapping Tortoise.
I don't know, man. I think this is the Seed analog to the GPO2 vibe. I think the darker colors here, the red really pops, but the darker colors, as well as the thicker and longer proportions, are very non-heroic, actually, and they let you immediately know it's an evil Gundam. This also had the first use of Dragoons in Seed, so as soon as you saw it, you were like, oh, this is bad news. And it really delivered. I think it had a great showing. It was a great final fight in Seed Season 1.
It was great.
Not Season 1, but just the original Seed. Kira probably should have died from a lot of that damage. Kira took a lot of damage in the Freedom.
Can't die. He's chosen.
It's kind of just, well, that's true. He will rise again. But Rao did almost as well as Kira did in that battle. I would even say that I don't know anyone has done that well against Kira again, other than in the Freedom movie when he kind of lost all of his confidence.
Yeah. Well, I'd say Atherin's really the only one that's come that close because he constantly survives.
Sure.
When he's fighting Kira.
Yeah.
But then again, they know each other. I would go along with what you said about Unit 2 and how this correlates is absolutely correct. But as we came to the conclusion, Unit 2, it's a villain mobile suit, but it just looks so kind of bizarrely alien, not necessarily evil. Now, for this Gundam, it would look like something the Titans would send out too. The RX, 666 or something. But evil, I wouldn't say necessarily evil looking.
Oh, man, I don't know. I look at this and I say, yep, that's the evil bad guy suit. He's coming after you. Yeah.
All right. I mean, intimidating, yeah, but evil?
Okay.
I don't think it goes that high on my dial.
All right. Okay.
Good choice, though. Good choice. Rao is definitely an evil guy, though.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not a nice guy, that's for sure.
Well, next on my list, Brian, is another pull, Brian, from G Gundam.
Oh, my.
Can you imagine it? Can you believe it? Now, what's unique about this Gundam, even though some people might say it's got wacky proportions, hear me out. Hear me out. Hang on. This Gundam, it's maybe the only Gundam, Brian, to my knowledge, that keeps its lower half of its face covered with a cloth. And for that reason, combined with its red eyes and its kind of sinister glare, is the perfect Gundam for a mysterious assassin. And I have chosen Mandala Gundam next on my list because it's kind of a freaky, sort of stretchy, long-limbed, slender man type Mandala Gundam. It's a little creepy evil, and I think it's great. It's the only Gundam that hides half its face. You don't even see its whole face in the whole series. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool and pretty evil. Perfect for an assassin.
If someone gives you that compliment, on like the side of the road. How do you take that? Like, hello, sir, you are very long-limbed.
Number one, Brian, they'd never say that to me. Because I'm built like a Zaku or a Dom. But if they did say that, I know something's afoot because I do not match what they're saying. So this is going to be a scam or an attempted theft or something like that.
Mandala's a good pick.
Yeah.
I mean, especially given the fact that it's piloted by a literal assassin. So that's fairly evil on it, by default.
Poor guy. They kicked him to the curb at the drop of a hat.
Right. Was any evilness of it dampened a little bit? Because it did come and help the heroes in the final fight.
I mean, it was helping them, but it still looked the same. So no, not really. I think it was still pretty sinister looking. Yeah, there's nothing really like it proportion wise in any Gundam series. The closest thing might be the Jester.
Right, yeah.
But okay, I'll go with Walter Gundam too, but Walter Gundam is I almost want to say that's not a Gundam.
Right. Well, yeah, I thought about putting Walter on the list because everyone would agree that looks like an evil Gundam.
Sure.
But it also looks so silly that I just can't take it seriously.
Not just that, but like it's almost not a Gundam. It's in its own category in that it's not really a Gundam, even though it has a Gundam face, because its body isn't even like a humanoid robot body, which is kind of the basic standard for a Gundam. That even the Dark Gundam follows that. Sure. But Walter Gundam was like, no, we'll have this weird pod that opens up and then spindly arms. And it's like, you went too wacky.
Right. I would put it on the same level as the motorbikes from Victory Gundam.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Those were terrible. Oh, God. All because, the director liked motorcycles or something, right? Or his girlfriend liked motorcycles. I was really big into racing motorcycles at the time, so I put them in a Gundam. Well, Brian, let's hear it. There should be one last one on your list, right?
Yeah, all I have left is the honorable mention that I didn't mention, so I will bring that. I don't know. The thing with my list is I don't know what order to put it in. So I didn't really give it in any particular order because I wasn't sure if some of them could even be qualified. I do think unequivocally Master Gundam, that's pretty up there for me.
Right.
Followed by, I agree what you were saying on the Devil Gundam. I mean, that's just flat out so evil that I'm not sure. That's like an obvious number one choice.
It'd be like in history if we were saying like, oh, let's make the top 5 bad guys in history. It's like, well, I think we know.
Right.
Everyone's fighting for second, really.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think I'd have to put Master first, followed by maybe Vidar.
Ooh.
And then probably Goldframe after that. And then Destroy, Providence. Well, Turn X... Yeah, I mean, Turn X is otherworldly and unsettling in that sense. I like Master and Vidar up there at the top because those are designs that are, I'll say, clean designs. They look like a Gundam. They're not overly gimmickly. Like, they're subtly evil, but evil enough that you know they're evil, but they're not hitting you over the head with it.
Okay. Wow.
My last honorable mention, which maybe this is your last one, but I'm pulling this from Gundam X, and that is the Gundam...
It's a big one, listeners.
The Gundam Versargo chest break.
Oh my god, let's see it.
This one is unequivocally evil. It's one of the suits piloted by the Frost brothers. It's the upgraded one. And it's the one where it opens up and has all the extra arms in the back.
Wow.
I view the Master Gundam, the Epion, and the Versargo as kind of like a trilogy of almost the same design. Yeah. And I think the issue is Master did it the best, and it did it first. I think Versargo is a little more interesting and original, but if you view the chests closed, it looks a little goofy, which is why I don't think I can put it on my list proper.
Yeah, it's a little Zoids. It's a little Transformers, like this would be called Techrantula or something.
Right, and that's the time, right? It was the mid-90s, that kind of thing was popular. And that's what I feel like is great about Master. I feel like Master is not overly designed like Epion and Versargo are.
Yeah, you're right. They really just never were able to match the Master Gundam or exceed it. But this one screams evil. And on a primal level too, because of the spider type design, insect. Yeah.
Right. There's no way you don't look at that and you say, "Oh, that looks like a nice guy. Like I'm gonna go talk to that guy and see if he can help me." Yeah.
If this was like a country's Gundam in a Gundam fight, you'd be like, well, it's clearly a country that has like a spider problem or something. A country that might be a little sinister and a little too deep into their spider culture.
Right.
But man.
Wow, so I'm so confused. So your last one must be from Gundam X?
Yeah, actually it is, Brian.
And it's not this one?
It's not this one.
Oh my, what is it?
Okay. So my final one. Well, before we get to that, let me just say this Gundam, I like that. If I remember from Gundam X, it uses its arms to hold on to its brother's mobile suit while it's flying on its back.
That's correct.
And use a combined beam weapon of some kind.
I think that was right. It could fire like a big beam cannon or something like that. Yeah.
And it needs its arms. I mean, the reason the arms have a length like that is like it has to like hold on for dear life because of the power of the beam. Okay. My final one, Brian, is yes, it is from Gundam X. Now, when we see this mobile suit, it's actually in the opening of Gundam X.
Oh.
And of course, I am talking about, Brian, a single type design mobile suit that was so powerful, so deadly. Its intended purpose is to destroy entire colonies. It doesn't have horns. It doesn't have a mean face. It is just a pure militarized death machine. And when it is the Gundam X, Brian.
Wow.
That is the most evil looking mobile suit. Don't think about other scenes in the series where you see the Gundam X. Don't think about Jared, Garodo. Don't think about anybody else or any other scenes in the series. Just think about those first 2 minutes in the opening crawl, the opening narration, where they explain the war, and you see the Gundam X. You see it open up its wings. You see it charge up. You see it put the beam cannon on its shoulder, and then you see it fire at colonies and just one-shot them. This thing is the most evil Gundam, Brian.
Wow. Oh, I see what you're saying when you just see its like eyes lit up kind of thing. Yeah. Oh. Wow. That's a good pick. I like that reasoning too.
Pull it up, listeners. Don't watch all of Gundam X if you don't want to, but just pull up the Gundam X opening. And it's on YouTube. You'll be able to pull it up. It's got this quick little, just a couple minutes, narration. You'll see the Gundam X. You'll see how evil this thing comes off. It's just a pure military killing machine. No horns, no design that's over the top or anything like that. It's just great. I think the Gundam Double X takes away from it by adding that sort of middle wing pair. I think the X itself is superior, as a design at least.
Well, we all know why Isaac chose this one, and it's because when he saw this and they explained to him what it was capable of, his immediate thought was, "Oh no, this can kill my Xeon homeland."
Brian, this can one-shot every super weapon I've ever liked ever. It's got to be stopped.
Are you going to stop it by destroying the moon? Is that going to be your grand plan?
Ironically, that really worked. That's in a way that's kind of the only way to stop it if you think about it.
Yeah, just turn it off.
There's a bit of a problem with that, but we'll discuss that when we watch Gundam X and review.
Sure. Yeah, I'm excited to watch Gundam X again. That was a great show. So
yeah. Also, compared to a lot of other series, it will not be a slog because they have to rush complete it.
Yeah, I think did it only make it to 39 episodes? I think
something like that. Yeah, I think 39 on the dot. I think they get to like 35 and they're like, wrap it up.
Yeah, there you go. Finish it off.
Very tragic.
Ironically, the last episode is also called "The Moon Will Always Be There."
Well, I guess that's true in every Gundam series. We haven't had a moon kill yet.
Well, I think that would mess up a lot of stuff if you destroyed the moon. So
make a great setting, though, wouldn't it, Brian? Ooh.
If there's anyone left to live in that setting, yes.
When they come out the bunkers and they're all mutants and like they're all weird shapes and they got like 3 eyes.
They all look like the Versargo chest burst.
Oh god, there you go.
Is that how they say
6 legs? Yeah. Oh, there's Saw Gerrera again. He's back.
The Saw Gerrera tangent.
I got 6 legs. I'll stop the Empire by hiding in a cave.
Well, Isaac, that was a pretty solid list. I'm very surprised. Wow, I can't believe it. You had a legit normal Gundam on your list, plus 2 from G Gundam. I don't even know what to think right now. I'm going to go meditate on this.
Brian, we've been doing this podcast for years. I think my tastes are evolving. Gundam evolving.
Hey.
I'm going into seed mode. Crack that walnut.
Was there any Gundam that you thought you'd put on your list, but you didn't?
So, I mean, I'll say there were 2 easy reaches, and we already know what they are. Dark Gundam, which, I was about to reach for and I said, this is way too easy. And then Unit 2, and I was like, I'm telling the listeners something they already know.
Sure.
So this is going to be a waste of time. So let's not do that. So I didn't go for Unit 2. And also Unit 2 does have its sort of bit of a conflict on it. I mean, we discussed how it's certainly intimidating looking, different looking, but evil? Not really. We have to remember Cohen was over this whole project. So he wouldn't really push out something blatantly evil, but it does scream, this is a different type of weapon, be on your guard.
Well, that one wouldn't be on this list anyway because alternate universes.
Yeah, that's true. But in general, yeah.
Well, that was on your UC list, though.
Yeah, it was. But I kind of regret it in a way. It's too pedestrian of a pick.
He's taking it back, gentlemen.
It'd be like if someone told you, design an evil Gundam. And you're like, oh, I'm going to make it all black and red. And like, someone on the design team should kind of roll their eyes and be like, oh, that's way too easy. Try something, really out there that the viewers haven't really seen. That's going to be great,
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listeners, I'm very curious to hear your top evil Gundams of alternate timelines. Did we not go obscure enough? What did we leave unturned? Let us know. I'm very curious to see what you all find out there. I feel like 5 was very limiting in this. We couldn't come up with a good way to split it up, so we just threw it all in one bucket.
Yeah, I think we did the right thing. I don't think splitting it up smaller would have done good. We would have been squeezing in Gundams that don't necessarily meet the criteria.
Yeah, I also feel like some timelines contribute more to the evilness factor. Like, for example, the ones we didn't touch, there's less to draw from there, I think.
Yeah.
So you end up with a lot of Seed, a lot of G. I could see people arguing a lot of Iron-Blooded Orphans on here. A lot of those are evil-esque. I mean, they are all named after demons.
Okay, well...
Even the Barbatos at times looks very evil. He just has a heroic color scheme.
True, you got me there, but I still feel like overall, at least by our taste, listeners, Iron-Blooded Orphans, the design choices that were made, because of the controversy really about how they show a lot of their Gundams, I feel like that kind of limits, at least me, and my taste for what is and what isn't a Gundam.
There you go.
With my face rule. My face rule, Brian.
Yeah, we should do an episode on what is a Gundam.
All right, we'll do it.
A big philosophical discussion.
I don't want to give away too much about what we'd say, but we're going to come down to kind of a battle between what we're told is canon and what we feel in our gut is right or wrong.
Yeah. What do you feel in your heart of hearts, in your king of hearts, Isaac?
Oh, God. I don't have a heart anymore. I'm like Ulube. I'm just covered in DG cells. And so was he holding them in check the whole time under his mask? If I could go off on a tangent? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Were they silver as like, oh, I better keep in mind the Dark Gundam, so I better make my mask silver instead of any other color?
Oh, that would have been a good twist, a good way to tie it back.
You know what? He came in second place, so he was like, oh, silver mask, silver medal.
Oh, there you go. That's embarrassing. Yes. All right, listeners, let us know your thoughts. Isaac, take us away.
All right, listeners, before you go to sleep tonight, stand next to your bed, get on your knees, put your hands together, look up at the ceiling, and hail Gundam X, the evil Gundam.
Good night, everybody.